Bam, we're live. You saw that, Dylan? The roast master. Let's see if he's going to come on. Think he's going to come on? Let's see if he's going to come on. Dylan stepped in for a show one time. How about that? He said a guest didn't show, and Dylan stepped in and carried the show. I'll send him a link right now. Holy cow. I was supposed to do David Lucas this morning at 7 a.m. And I guess we just had a wait. Oops, what's going on here? And we had just a misunderstanding of the time. And then he said he could do it at 2 o'clock. And I just sent him the link, and it's now 2:06. How are you guys? Bruce Wayne. Good afternoon. Casual Sender. Good afternoon. Gabe, Paper Street Coffee. Good afternoon. Alan Keston Bam. Hi. Tonight's show got moved. Part of me is like really bummed, but part of me is excited. The guy we were going to have on had COVID for 80 days. He was in a coma for 80 fucking days. And when I met him, he had a hole here and a hole in his stomach. I go, man, you don't look like the proper stereotypical guy who I thought would be in the hospital with COVID. And he said, oh, dude, I lost like 50, 60, 70 pounds or whatever while I was unconscious for 80 days. His story is fascinating. Got a crazy gangster background too, like cartel shit. Like it's going to be a freaking wild story. Anyway, he's 38 now and he's got a second chance at life. And he did the blood work over at California Hormones. And tomorrow he gets the pellets implanted in his side and he starts the TRT replacement therapy. His testosterone was pretty low. And it's going to be fun to see him go through those changes. Also jumping on the program for the California Hormones program, who got their blood work done, is Gary Roberts and Alex Stein. And they both got their blood work done. They have their appointments with their doctors. And then from there, we'll start the project with them. Gary has started filming Killing the Fat Man Season 3, California Hormones Edition. It's going to be dope. And there are some crazy twists already to what's happened in Gary's life. I don't want to give it away. I want to let him talk about it. We'll have him on the next, I don't know, week or two. But he's going through some shit, and hopefully this can help fix it. I'm really excited for him. If you are a podcast listener, you get, I'm reading this live. This text actually just came in. If you are a podcast listener, you will get a $0 initial consolation, which is normally $200, and the code is Sevan, capital SEVAN. This means they can meet with the doctor and get evaluated for free. That's huge. So you go over to California Hormones, this website right here. Let me see. Let me just check it. Fuck, quit being a lazy butt. And I'm putting my socks on still. California Hormones. California Hormones. Oh, it came up California Homes. My bad. California Hormones. I don't see the website. There's got to be a website, right? CaliforniaHormones.com. California. God, I don't even know if this is the right website. Jeez Louise. That's why I need help. Where's my Caleb? Where's my Matt Souza? I don't know. I can't tell you where to go. I can't tell you where to go. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here it is. Here we go. Oh, it's because okay. The website is CA Hormones. Shit, I screwed it up. I'm gonna put it in the comments over here. Funny is 6 months ago, if I was this disorganized, if like a guest was just hanging in the wind, a guest was hanging in the wind, I'd be freaked out. But I have just so much material now, like built up and shit that I always have some backup. I met a guy yesterday at Greg's house at the party. He had done 300 shows for Rush Limbaugh. I never listened to that show. I was a liberal in those days. I hated Rush, and I don't even know why. Anyway, so he did 300 replacement shows for Rush Limbaugh, and he was the stand-in for him, Tom something or another. But I guess that was the biggest show. I would always hear Howard Stern talk about how Rush Limbaugh and him were the two biggest shows in radio. Two biggest shows, period. Just the biggest amount of listeners. And we were talking about when guests no show. And it was kind of a cool thing. I felt like I belonged because we could talk about that when guests no show. I think Daniel Brandon no showed a couple times in the beginning, but now I have so much content for live call-in shows, it kind of doesn't matter. What happened to my phone? Oh, there it is. A premier health optimization and HRT clinic in California. So you go here, you sign up, you use the code Sevan, capital SEVAN, and you get your free doctor consultation. That's cool. There was an athlete, I don't want to say their name, super popular, top 10 most popular CrossFit athletes of all time. And I had talked to him, so maybe top 5 popular athletes of all time in the male category, about hey, let's get you on some sort of regiment of testosterone and see if you can make it to the games and see what happens. And he was totally in. And I don't know, it was just one of those pet projects that never worked out. I wish you guys could see how my microphone is balanced here. The guy, David Lucas, that I'm going to have come on the show today, if he shows up, and if he doesn't, we'll have him on some other time. It's pretty crazy. Just the synchronicity of having him on, because I just saw in his post on May 26th, he's friends with Joe Rogan, and David Lucas is probably, I don't know, carrying an extra 150 to 200 pounds of weight on him. And Joe Rogan had made him and Red Band the offer. Hey, which one of you, let's take your weight now, you and Red Band, and in 4 months, we'll see who's lost the most weight or something like that. So I was like, oh shit. And I just saw that like about an hour ago. And I was like, oh, when David Lucas comes on today, I'm going to tell him, hey, dude, I got an idea. Why don't you get some blood work done and work with these California hormones people if you're going to start working out like a madman. I'm looking at what tabs I have open, because sometimes people send me DMs and talk about the tabs I have open. By the way, I'm wearing this OG shirt today that I got from, where did I get this OG shirt from? Get with the Programming, from Chase and Bill. So if you want one of these shirts, OG stands for Original Gangster, and it's got a little pukey in here. Go over to wherever they sell shirts, and if you're feeling really froggy, you can go over to Vindicate, VNDK8, and get the TDCEO shirt. I wore that last night at the party. That was huge. That was a very popular statement. I wore the blue one that Travis Bellinghausen. This company right here is homegrown. So Gabe from Paper Street, homegrown. It's inside of this community, the Sevan Podcast community. And same with this TDC CEO printer, Travis Bellinghausen. This guy's been asking me if I wanted to work with him forever. And I was like, poo-pooing him. And he's dope. Should have done it. And then if you want the CEO shirt, you can go to our original t-shirt vendor, which is you can get on our website, the Sevan Podcast. Those CEO shirts are dope too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I saw that my red one's on its way. I'm pumped. And I keep seeing them pop up all over the place. What do you guys want to talk about first? Oh, you guys are you seeing how, I should be careful what I click here. Oh, I'm going to stop sharing. What am I doing here? Did you see how busy the Khaleesi is? Morning chalk up. Send her a DM, tell her chill out. Look what are they doing over here at the Morning Chalk Up? They're not going to leave. Here we go. Wait. They're not going to leave anyone to interview. They're interviewing everyone. They're like the kid at the playground who goes and gets all the good toys first. Let me show you. Let me show you how busy The Khaleesi is Lauren Khalil over at the Morning Chalk Up. So she did Noah 22 hours ago. Then 23 hours ago, she's got Brooke Wells. I couldn't. Let's click this and see if she actually got Brooke Wells. Yeah. I couldn't get Brooke Wells if I tried. I need to poach the Khaleesi to come work on the Sevan podcast so I can get Brooke Wells. Then she got Dallin Pepper, who probably won't come on the show anymore because I've turned him into a martyr. I just make fun of him. Then she got Bailey Rail. And then who's this she got? Oh, she got Shane Orr. I text Shane Orr 20 times in the last 2 years. Most I can get is a heart. Lauren Khalil. And then she got Danielle Brandon. Oh, no respect. Looks like Danielle's in a car. No, I don't know what's going on there. And she got Noah Olson again. Oh, no, that's the same one. Anyway, there's probably more. Okay, let's click over one more. Oh, great. She got twins at the game. She got the Panchicks. And she got Rebecca Fuselier, who beat my girl Kelly Clark. Rebecca. She got Luke Parker. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, I lose. You win. The Khaleesi wins. Let's see. He has time for morning chalk up, but not us. Man got engaged. Oh, Josh, I didn't invite Josh. I didn't invite any of those. Well, some of those people I've invited and they just won't come on. But I didn't. I haven't had time for Josh. Maybe Josh is over somewhere being like talking about I'm working too hard. Oh yeah, and she got Josh this morning. I know she's unstoppable. Unstoppable. Hell yeah. He's already scheduled. Jack De La Magdalena, UFC 275. Yes, Daniel Nielsen. Thanks for asking. He is scheduled. Main card. He is scheduled. Oh, okay. I think David Lucas might come on. Wow. He got a heart. I'm live. Come on whenever you want. Okay, I'll tell him. I'm live. Come on whenever. Hey, some of you are going to be really excited about the California hormones thing, what we're about to see. And some of you are going to be like, I don't care. But those of you who say, I don't care, you're going to care too. It's a trip. It's going to be a trip. It's going to be a trip to watch, especially people that we know in the community that you can go back and look at their CrossFit career started 10 years ago, Gary Roberts. You are going to trip. I'm sure she got Fraser. Fraser loves that morning chalk up. He loves the I'm editing right now. I don't want to say what I really want to say, but he loves that stuff. He loves that stuff. Fraser's no Matt O'Keefe, where he can just go wherever he wants. Fraser loves to stay in that lane. What did I see that the Buttery Bros did that was really cool? Oh, I haven't even watched it yet, but I thought how about this? Let's see if we can. How do I type in Buttery Bros? Buttery Bros. This is huge for Heber. Look at this. The most bad. Oh, you guys, I haven't shared the screen. Look at this. Is this it? The most badass chick in fitness. I can't believe Heber is using this word badass. This is way out of his comfort zone, I think. The most bad in their title. 2 hours ago, this had 8,000 views. Look at. I wonder if I scroll over it. Oh man, that's a 51-minute video. Holy smokes! Let's click on this butter. I thought I saw a shorter version, like an 8-minute version. Nope, that's 51 minutes of Danielle Brandon. I'm going to guess that's going to do very well. It's making me feel inadequate. I'm gonna go over to my notes for my live call-in show day. It just rains over there. It's just too many notes. I'm gonna come over here. I got David Lucas notes. I'll open those up for when he comes in. Live call-in show. You just want to go hard. You just want to go hard, just right off the top. I just saw this. This is nuts. Look at this. This is one of the Kardashians, and I don't know who the dude is. But how about this? We'll just come out just hard. Look at this is on more plates, more dates, Instagram, and check this out right here. This is nuts right here. Let's see. To both of you? Well, he told me that the thing that would help it was drinking his like 4 times a week. He told us to both of you? Well, he told me that the thing that would help it was drinking his. Hey, what she's saying that the doctor told us that what would help me become more fertile is to drink his, and then they beep it out. Why would they? She's either saying cum or semen, right? Are those words you can't say? Oh, Kourtney Kardashian's doctor says to drink Travis Barker's semen 4 times per week for fertility. Is that a musician, Travis Barker? Or is that a game show host? Or is that Peter Parker's brother? Who the fuck is Travis Barker? Man, I can't believe that's true. That's just for TV, right? But why are they beeping out the word semen? He's all jacked up on desiccated organs. Who, me? I have not invited the Khaleesi on yet. I'm going to. I'm kind of like building up. Blink 182. I think I heard of them. Is he obligated to keep his head to stay bald because he tattooed his head? Oh. Let's see. Well, thank you. You think I should play that, Dylan? Have you guys heard Kendrick Lamar's new song? It's called Auntie Diaries. Auntie Diaries by Kendrick Lamar. He has a new album out. I stopped listening to Kendrick Lamar when he invited that girl on stage, had her sing the song, and when she said the word nigga in the song, he berated her in front of the entire stadium. It's got to be one of the top 10 most uncool things I've ever seen anyone do to another human being that doesn't involve violence. Absolutely disgusting and vile. Why would you set someone up like that who loves your music, who loves you? Maybe it was a stunt. Maybe it was a psyop. Either way, let's say it's not. Well, he has a new song, and I just stopped listening to him. Like fuck you. I don't want to support anyone who does that. That's just not nice. Like you could be pro-life or pro-choice, and like you got your opinions, or you could be. I can hang with a lot of different stuff. You think I'm mean because I think fat people, obesity is like one of the biggest downfalls to civilization, weighing us down, no pun intended. And you don't like me for it, and it doesn't matter. I'll still be your best friend. Like those things don't matter. But drawing another human being up in front of an entire stage, what's happening to my voice? And then calling them out, setting them up for failure, not cool at all. But if you listen to this new song, you have to, if you know what I'm talking about this Kendrick Lamar story, about what he did to that girl, she's a white girl, and that only matters because of the trick that he pulled on her. But if you listen to this new song, Kendrick Lamar, Auntie Diaries, I need to analyze it a little bit more. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring up the lyrics and maybe analyze it right here, right in front of you right now. Auntie Diaries. Kendrick may have flipped the script. Kendrick might have done woke up. What do you guys think of Kendrick? Is he talented, or do we just think he's talented because everyone tells us to say he's talented? Oh my goodness, the lyrics to this song. I'm going to tell you the final two sentences first before we start. You ready? The final two sentences, I don't know what you call them, stanzas. Oh no, let's do let's do the last four lines. Sorry. Wow. Yeah, man, he may have flipped the script. We got Kanye. We may be getting Kendrick Lamar. Finally, another conscious rapper. Holy shit. Here we go. Last 5 or 6 lines, guys. Brace yourself. But disapprove the word that she couldn't say with me. He's referencing that lady who was on stage, that he called on stage, and himself, how he disapproved of her. But disapprove the word that she couldn't say with me. You said, Kendrick, ain't no room for contradiction. Meaning someone told him, hey, there's a contradiction. That'll make more sense when you hear the rest of the song. To truly understand love, switch position. Faggot, faggot, faggot. We can say it together. But only if you let a white girl say nigga. And the song ends. They're called bars. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the proper vernacular, Mr. Wayne. I like you more. I like you more every day, Bruce. I have infinite room for you to grow in my love chest. I think what this song is saying is that he basically tells a story about how his uncle got a sex change operation. My auntie is a man now. I think I'm old enough to understand now. Drinking Paul Mason with her hat turned backwards. Motorola pager off like, yes, Jackie. We go down a little bit further. My auntie is a man now. I watch him and his girl hold their hands down. See, my auntie is a man now. Slight bravado. This has nothing to do with what he was saying before, but I like this because I used to have 6x9s in one of my car. 6x9s keeping the music up under me. I'm just skipping around so you guys can get the gist of the song. My auntie is a man now. I asked my mama why my uncles don't like him that much, and at the parties why they always want to fight him that much. My auntie is a man now. I think I'm old enough to understand now. Faggot, 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 we ain't no better. Elementary kids with no filter forever. However. So what he's saying here is when we were in elementary school, we used to make fun of gay people, but not really make fun of gay people. We didn't know what we were saying. It was just the word faggot in the sense that you guys, be like, oh, that's gay. Like, and you don't even think about it in a sexual term, but it probably offends people who are gay because it's like, shit, that's my sexual preference. And now you're using it as interchangeable with a derogatory word. Isn't faggots like a bundle of sticks? I wonder if a bundle of sticks is offended that gay people took their word and then it was then taken as just a derogatory term. Anyway, my auntie is a man now. What a relationship. I grew up fast. I needed no one to babysit. He gave me some cash, then he gave me some gang. So it's talking about how his auntie, who was a woman, turned into a man. This is a great line too. How about this? She even cut my hair at the pad, was loving my fade. The first person I seen write a rap, that's when my life changed. So this woman that changed to a man it sounds like was the person who introduced Kendrick to rap songs. And then when he would be in the yard with his friends, he would, it's a cigarette? Okay, sorry. Bundles. Faggot, it's okay, cigarettes. I was going to say that. Are you guys following me? Are you guys following me what this song's about? You got to listen to it. You can just go onto iTunes and hit play, or you can go onto Google. I may be misunderstanding what he's saying. The other thing he could be saying is that like, hey, you shouldn't say that word either. But what I think he's saying is like, hey, let's liberate both those words. Like, who cares? Quit being offended. That's the way I'm taking it. That's the way I'm hoping. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? You guys enjoying this? Demetrius is Marianne now. Remember church Easter Sunday? I sat in a pew. You had stronger faith, more spiritual when these dudes were living their life straight. He goes on to talk about how maybe the pastor at the church didn't like the sex transformation that his aunt went through. And maybe this is just a story. Maybe this isn't true. He's a rapper. He's a storyteller. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it if it is a transformation. His auntie is a man now. That time I brung a fan onto stage to rap, but disapproved the word that she couldn't say with me. You said, Kendrick, ain't no room for contradiction. To truly understand love, switch your position. Faggot, 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 we can say it together, but only if you let a white girl say nigga. So he's either saying, who just get Kendrick on the show? I know. You're right. Fuck. What am I doing? The fuck do I think I am? Interpreting Kendrick Lamar. It's good, though. It's good. I'm liking it. I see it as a beacon of hope. He's either going further towards the dark side, which eventually will be daytime, or he's crossed over. He's now conscious. Oh, darn it. Someone said he's an entrepreneur. Oh, shit. Suck it, Victor. He's not waking up, just like Bill Maher isn't waking up. Too naive if you fall for that shit. Oh, you're breaking my heart. I could be. I could be. Why don't you set him free, Victor? Why don't you set him free? Why you got to hold him down? Why don't you set him free? Let him change. Don't hold him in your projection. Set him free. Set your wife free. Set everyone you love free. Set him free. It's good. It's good. So it's the only song I listened to. One of my friends heard it this morning, actually. Makes me realize how great my friends are. The album is called Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Released in 2022. It makes me realize how good my friends are. One of my friends called me. Said, holy smokes, dude. Have you heard the new Kendrick Lamar album? I said, no. He goes, well, I only listen to one song. You got to listen to it. And I listened to the first 2 minutes, and I'm like, I get it. And he's like, you get what? And I go, hey, so it's a song about his aunt who turned into a dude. And he's singing, no, dude, go to the end. Listen, get to the end. I'm like, all right, settle down. And it ends right when he says that line. That last sentence. Boom, it's over. You almost can't even hear it. Oh, here, wait. Oh, look, let's see. Maybe there's an analysis down here. Let's see. No. Oh, maybe. Oh, here we go. Let me read this analysis. This is from a website called Genius Annotation. Okay, you guys ready? I haven't read this before. Auntie Diaries is the 6th track on a 2-disc. Auntie Diaries is the 6th track on disc 2 from Kendrick Lamar's 5th and final studio album with Top Dog Entertainment. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is the 15th track overall. Kendrick tells the story of 2 transgender people using the narrative to critique himself, society, and the church's view on LGBTQ community. Oh, this person's woke as fuck writing this. I could tell already. At the end of the song, he alludes to the controversial moment in May of 2018 when he invited a white woman on stage at the Alabama Hangout Festival to perform his October 2012 track, Mad City. When she proceeded to say the N-word, that's quoting. That's not me. I don't talk like that. I ain't no bitch. He asked her to start over. And you are a bitch if you do that. You are. You are a fucking bitch. And you're a racist. And you guys have heard me say this a million times because you're enforcing that someone be offended by that word. You're the enforcer. You are the plantation owner cracking the whip. When she proceeded to say the N-word, he asked her to start over and avoid using the slur. However, she was ultimately forced to return to the audience. That's not how I exactly remember it going down, by the way, but maybe this article's right. Kendrick juxtaposes the misuse of the N-word with his own community's use of the F-word to denigrate queer people. He uses these parallels not only as a teaching moment for the listener, but as a clever transition to the next song, Mr. Morale, okay, so they see it as the other way. This person sees it that he's gone even further to the dark side. This person's interpretation is Kendrick is now saying that no one could say the word faggot because that's offensive too. He's part of the burning. He wants to burn books. It is what it's not. This interpretation of it. I don't think Kendrick wants to burn books. I don't think he wants to limit the vocabulary of the masses. He's a fucking rapper. I am not. I cannot be. I refuse to be. Those days are over. I mean, there's a time and a place, but it's not right now. There's a time and a place to be a bitch, but it ain't right now. And those people who know that are kind of dangerous people. You should I'm not sure what the word is. You should be mindful around them. They have less to lose than you. Or more to lose. But we're not playing on the same wavelength planet as you. I met a guy at Greg's party last night. And he told me, we were sitting around, and there was a priest there, which was weird. I should have asked him how he ended up there. There were like 100 people there at least. And there was a priest there. I don't know if I should say his name. There was a priest there. Let's call him Pete. Pete the priest. And I was sitting down in a chair, and he was sitting on a stool, and there were like 4 other dudes. We're sitting in the front yard in front of the garage doors, and it's like huge, like 2 double, like 6-car garage or 8-car garage. There's a big fire going behind us, even though it's fucking 85 degrees outside. There's a chimney with wood burning. Everyone's hanging out, and Greg's done giving his talk on science. People are eating steak everywhere. There's someone brought a portable pizza oven there and was making these insane pizzas. Fanciest dough ever. Like the kind of pizzas like Nettles are on. There's like 8 of us, a couple of affiliate owners, a couple of maybe a master's athlete or something, a radio DJ, a priest, a bunch of cool dudes. You know who was there last night too? Mark Bell and Chris Bell, the director of, and Jesse Burdick was there. The director of that movie, Bigger, Faster, Stronger, was there. And I cornered him. I'm like, dude, you got to come on my podcast. You didn't respond to my DM. And I haven't seen. I just saw it went up, and like a tear ran down my eye. In happiness that a future friend of mine, Lauren Khalil, and an old friend of mine, Josh Bridges, were able to talk. Anyway, so were you there, Alan, at the party last night? How the hell were you there? What is going on? Anyway, and this dude goes like this. He goes, hey, in the last 13 months, I've spent $500,000 on therapy to help my daughter with the sexual assault she went through. I was like, was like looking at the priest, how he's gonna respond. I looked at the dude. I was like, "Excuse me." He's like, "Yeah, I spent $500,000 in the last 13 months to help my wife, or help my daughter get through some sexual abuse she endured." I go, "Holy fuck!" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm going through some shit myself." I go, "I bet." He goes, "I'm trying not to kill the guy who did it." Man, that shit was real. Excuse me. Whew. Whew. Hey, it was one of those parties that was like so big, and it was like on a 16-acre like orchard, dope, up in the hills, Santa Cruz Hills. You could see the Pacific Ocean. They had like a valet. I'm just bragging to tell you that, by the way. That's the only reason. But it was cool. It was fun. And I really wanted to stay longer, and I really wanted to drink a lot, but I knew that I had David Lucas at 7 a.m. So I didn't. I just stayed till like I didn't drink really. I didn't. There were cookies and chocolate milk there that I tried not to stuff myself with. There were like I tried to play it good because I knew I needed to come home, ride the assault bike until like midnight, study up on David Lucas for a couple hours, go to sleep, and get up at 7. It was nice enough of David Lucas though to tell me that he told me last night. Oh shit. Oh shit. He said, "Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, brother. He's not coming on until 3:15. The show will be done by then. Oh shit, brother. The show will be done. Damn. Can we reschedule? Let me see. Can we reschedule? How's your hair? Because he says he's getting his hair done. How's your hair? How's your hair? Who's David Lucas? He's the comedian that's exploding. He's over there at Kill Tony. He's exploding. And when I was checking him out today, I have this great idea too regarding your 100K challenge. Basically, so I saw him, I don't know, like a month or two ago. He popped on the scene. Well, he's been on the scene forever, but he popped under my radar about a month or two ago. I've been watching a bunch of his stuff. He's so funny. He's gnarly. I will say this: he's like a professional roaster. So he'll just go somewhere and there'll be another dude and they'll just start ripping on each other. And he's vicious, man. He is vicious. Sometimes I'm like, okay, like when he attacks people in the crowd, I'm tripping. I am tripping. Anyway, but he's friends with Joe Rogan and he's friends with Hans, who we had on the show. And Joe Rogan said to him and another comedian called Red Band, and they're both, morbidly obese. And he said, "Hey, we starting today, which was a couple of days ago, in 4 months, I'm going to weigh you guys, and whoever lost the most weight, I'll give $100,000 to, or something like that." Oh, maybe he can come on while he's cutting his hair. Want to come on for just a minute while you're getting your hair done? Let's see. Using your phone? Let's see what happens. You think I'd like Theo Vaughn? I love Theo Vaughn, Austin. He's funny as shit. Wish I would have got on that jock sooner. I could have had him on the show. He'll come on the show eventually, I bet. So how did you guys, Bruce Wayne, regarding Lauren Khalil, Sevan, she's really cool. Just hit her up in the DMs. You just hit her up, or I should just hit her up? I hit her up all the time. I harass the shit out of her. That's how you know I'm friends with you. If I DM you and like I'm being like teasing you in your DMs, I'm like a fucking kindergartner who only I just tease people I like. I got it all backwards. You think if I didn't like her, I wouldn't? Not that you're saying I wouldn't, but like I just went over all the videos she made for Morning Chalk Up, and I pretend like I'm pissed, but like really, I'm just telling you guys, go watch that shit. It's like That's the best compliment you can get from me. I told my wife the other day at the beach, I took a video of her and she was like playing frisbee with the boys. And I said, fuck, you got a nice body from 10 feet away. And like that, for me, that was like a huge compliment. And shit didn't go over well. No, I got the head tossed up a little bit. I got beat up a little bit for that one. I didn't say it didn't look good from 5 feet away or 2 feet away, or my face is buried in your, but I'm just saying from 10 feet away, it's really good too. Like let's not jump to any conclusions here. You know what I mean? Oh, man. I just clicked on a link I wish I wouldn't have clicked on. It was Justin Trudeau. Oh, I have a link here that says Bruce Wayne. Oh, that's you. I think I already showed you guys that. Okay. This kind of fits with. Oh, this is brilliant. I want to show you guys this. Okay, you ready? This fits perfectly with what we were saying about banning words earlier. Like, do we really want to ban words? This is exactly what is happening in the United States right now. It's an amazing metaphor here. For those of you who can't see this, it's a wall, and it says graffiti artist mobster tagged a London wall in 2014. The following occurred over a 1-year period. So what you're watching is this guy is tagging a wall, and every time he tags the wall, they cover it with red paint. And so he keeps tagging different parts of the wall, and they keep covering it with red paint. And this goes on and on until the entire wall is red. And that's what's happening to our freedoms. That's what's happening to our freedoms. Can you believe, for those of you who've lived in the United States for a long time, I don't know if it was like 10 or 15 years ago, every city in the country was like making laws to outlaw smoking on the streets. There was like this huge push to stop cigarette smoking. Now our streets are filled with crime and homelessness, and they can't do shit. But they were worried about people smoking cigarettes. Hey, I'll go back to making cigarettes legal if we can get rid of all the crime and homelessness. Everything we're doing here is ass backwards. I know it's so hard to say this, and it's so unpopular. But those of you who want to ban guns, it's the exact same thing. On the other end of that, what's going to happen when you ban guns to try to stop killing will be worse. It's the exact same thing that happened when the George Floyd incident happened, right? And they tried to fix that problem by bringing up that 12 unarmed black men in the United States had been killed in the past year. We don't even know if they were violent, if they attacked. That was just a number that kept getting pushed. And so there became this massive public outcry that pushed towards attacking police. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. And so police departments all over the country gave the orders of their police departments to stand down and not engage citizens. Guess how many thousands of black men died because of that? When you misdiagnose something and you address the symptom instead of the issue, you will make the problem worse. No, I didn't hit Murph today, but I was thinking about doing it today, later on today. My wife's wasn't feeling so good, so I didn't want to leave her, but I've never done it on an assault runner. I was actually thinking, I have an assault runner. I was actually thinking about doing it on the assault runner. I haven't even done Murph that many times in my life. I want to say like 3, 2, 5. Definitely not more than 5. That's what's happening every time. So there's someone puts graffiti on this wall and they cover it with paint, which actually makes the wall look worse because now there's this white wall or this pink wall that just has a splotch of red paint that doesn't mean or say anything. And so the graffiti artist gets cute and starts putting it in different places until the whole wall is painted. That's what's happening to our freedoms. They keep thinking they're going to fix one little thing instead of addressing the big problem. And eventually everything's going to be under lockdown and everything's going to be under quarantine. and everything's going to be forced under compliance. The whole thing is going to get painted with these little attempts to fix everything. I have no idea. Sooner than the next Josh and Sevan. Someone wrote, when is the next Josh and Sevan podcast? It's sooner than the next Josh, Sevan, and Matt podcast. I know that. This morning was the first time I've done Murph with a vest. It's pretty well. I got a cool T-shirt up too. Oh, and that's true too. I've never done it with a vest either. I texted him, wished him congratulations. I'm stoked for him. Let's see if Mr. Lucas responded. Okay, let's aim for Thursday. Okay, I like that. We'll move David Lucas to Thursday because Thursday. Oh shit, that's awesome. No, that's not awesome. Wrong Thursday. Okay, Thursday's June 2nd. Okay, I like it. Yes, I love that. Okay, I love that. Thank you. So pumped to talk to you. All right. Alan Kestenbaum, did you like Josh's story post, Sevan? You mean the one with the ring, you mean? I think he put it in his story and his feed. I think I saw it in his story first, and then I saw it in his feed. I'm assuming no one has heard the Kendrick Lamar song. God, I was so excited to share that with you guys. You guys see a CrossFitter. One of those teachers, I think, was a CrossFitter who was killed in Texas. That sucks. Oh man, my notes are so far behind. I've shown you guys so much of this already. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's a good one. Oh, this guy's coming on the show too. This is great. I think this guy's living in Morocco. When I share the screen, I assume you guys can hear. I hope you guys can hear. Okay. Here we go. Tamer Cat. Can you do that? Can you be a Muslim Jew and make fun of Mexicans? So this guy's coming on the show soon too. You guys know him? But I get all of these ideas from you guys. This is all from you. You guys send this stuff. Not you, Mehmet, my Turkish brother from another mother, Mehmet. Aidenly, Mehmet Aidenly. I think that's the dead giveaway. If your name is Mehmet, you're just Turkish. Bruce Wayne, I did Murph unpartitioned and it sucked. Me too, with a 20-pound vest. My body was not ready for it. Hey, did you see Hiller did it with a 100-pound vest? What? Are you freaking kidding me? Brutal Bruce, that's insane. I'm not sure if I've ever felt compelled to do an unpartitioned with a vest. Fair enough. How about Hiller? 100-pound vest, 78 minutes. I think he wrote. Seems fast to me. 178 seems fast to me. Okay. We got that guy, the Muslim Jew, about that. Oh, what's this? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, another one of my favorite topics. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this young hipster has to say. Joel Patrick on Instagram. Yes. Here we go. You guys ready? Did you guys hear the last one? Does the audio come through? Here we go.
How the federal government abolished slavery to protect enslaved people's rights nationally, the federal government stepped in again to protect reproductive rights nationally.
Please tell me you did not just compare slavery and abortion and then use that argument to justify why the government needed to protect people's right to an abortion. Let me explain something to you. See, slavery was wrong, but slavery was legal. Do you know why slavery was legal? Because someone convinced another group of people that black people were not human, that it was okay to enslave them because they weren't people. They were only 3/5 of a person. Now there's a modern effort to convince people that fetuses are not human. Therefore, it's not wrong to kill them. But I have a question for you. Do you think it's appropriate to kill, I don't know, a bald eagle per se? Because the federal government doesn't. In fact, the federal government will fine you $20,000 and you could go to prison for 1 to 5 years for destroying a single egg of the American bald eagle. Now, that is not a full-grown eagle. It is just an egg that has the potential to become a full-grown eagle. And because of the potential that it has value. Kind of like a human being. A fetus is not a full-grown human, but it has the potential to become a human. And therefore, it has value.
Dang. I want you guys to listen to that one more time. It's history. It's a history lesson. You don't have to take a side. You don't have to be for it or against it or whatever. But he's just schooling this chick. This is once again someone trying to leverage the color of people's skin, that girl who speaks in the beginning, for some sort of fucked up agenda. Listen to this one more time. Yeah, Bruce. Wow. It looks like he sped it up to fit it in the full minute, but let's listen to that one more time. It's worth listening to again. This guy's good. I've been trying to get this guy on too. Okay. Slavery and abortion are both wrong. Well, okay. Don't want to fight with you about that. Okay, here we go.
Similar to how the federal government abolished slavery to protect enslaved people's rights nationally, the federal government stepped in again to protect reproductive rights nationally.
Please tell me you did not just compare slavery and abortion and then use that argument to justify why the government needed to protect people's right to an abortion. Let me explain something to you. See, slavery was wrong, but slavery was legal. Do you know why slavery was legal? Because someone convinced another group of people that black people were not human, that it was a...
Wow. A group of people convinced another group of people that slavery was not wrong. This guy's killing it.
Okay to enslave them because they weren't people. They were only 3/5 of a person. Now there's a modern effort to convince people that fetuses are not human. Therefore, it's not wrong to kill them.
Black people aren't human if you have black skin, so it's okay to enslave them. I mean, he flipped the script on this chick. And now we're being convinced those aren't fetuses. Those are women's rights. Those are women's properties. Those aren't human. They're only 3/5 of a human. Kill them. Whether you agree with him or not, this is just powerful mind think. This is just the mental gymnastics and funness of this. This guy's so good.
But I have a question for you. Do you think it's appropriate to kill, I don't know, a bald eagle per se? Because the federal government doesn't. In fact, the federal government will fine you $20,000 and you could go to prison for 1 to 5 years for destroying a single egg of the American bald eagle. Now, that is not a full-grown eagle. It is just an egg that has the potential to become a full-grown eagle. And because of the potential that it has value. Kind of like a human being. A fetus is not a full-grown human, but it has the potential to become a human. And therefore, it has value.
Similar to how the federal government...
Well, dang. It's good. It's good. Smart stuff. Smart talk. Got to get that guy on the show too. Yeah, it is the man's choice at a point. That's a really good thing. It's before then. It's before you. It's like just before your helmet crests the labia majora. When you push the helmet in, you give up. It doesn't matter whether it's fair or not. I'm just telling you, like, just the 99.99 truth to it. Basically, it works like this. Fuck, this is going to piss some of you guys off, and I'm sorry. The woman loses her right when the dick gets inside of her. It's not fair. It might not be right. It might not be the absolute truth, but in the most logical sense, the woman has the right to say no to the dick, and therefore she never has to get the abortion and kill the baby. But once you take the dick, you understand the mechanisms of the human body, and you know the dudes aren't good at holding back from letting one fly. Once you take raw dog the dick, then you lost your right over your body in respect to having the baby or not having the baby. Morally, I'm not talking legally. You guys know how I stand legally. No laws on women's bodies. But morally, ethically, you have lost your right, and you will pay. You will probably pay a severe mental consequence also if you have an abortion. You may think, I'm just telling you, like, you either forever stay unconscious, or when you are conscious, you will have to. I don't know what the word is. There's probably some spiritual word for it. But anyway, my point is that the man has the right. Once the man puts his penis in the woman, he's giving up that right to the baby. Now it's hers. But, and that might be fair or not fair, doesn't matter. Just how I think. I don't even know if it's true. I'm willing to be wrong on that, but that's how I play the game. And then once he lets one fly in her, then she now loses sort of the moral and ethical responsibility to her womb. It should transcend, any law or thought. It just is, okay, now there's a baby growing in there. So that's that. So the man gets to say his say. I'm not going to put my penis in you. You are not going to extract semen from me. And the woman loses her say once she does sit on it or take it, or however he gets in there, rolls over the wet spot. What do you think? I don't know what transracial is. What do you think about transracial? I'm probably transracial. I love them. Should I look that word up? Transracial. Transracial people identify as a different race than the one associated with their biological ancestry. Oh, it's just more just fucking same as gender. Just bullshit. Just not bad bullshit. Maybe I should use a different word. Just your imagination. Like, do what you want. I don't care. If you're a white guy and you want to have your eyes fucking pulled slanted and fucking talk with a Chinese accent, I don't give a fuck. Do it. As long as none of it's like being imposed on me. Like, I was thinking about going to the boardwalk by my house. There's tons of fucking hardcore Mexicans there. Like Serranos and Norteños and M13. It's just fucking hardcore. And it's in the heart of like the whitest town you've ever been in. Santa Cruz, California. And I was thinking about walking around there with a mic on me and going up to people and using the wrong pronoun with them. Just like, you know what I mean? Like for just vatos, They get out of their fucking low rider. They have their shirts pulled over their waistband because they're fucking packing. Excuse me, miss, can you tell me what time it is? And just see how they react. They probably don't give a fuck. See if I get beat up or not. Who you calling miss? Did I say miss? No. I messed up. See who cares. So what about it when it comes to a man who wants an abortion? Women does not and has the child. Is the man responsible for financial? Yeah. All that. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I think it's a moot point, but to answer you, yes. I think whatever you have your say up until you put your penis in a woman. When you get a permanent tattoo, it's a fucking permanent tattoo. When they're done, you don't get to say that there's a line you cross when that ink pen hits you and some that's it. When your helmet of your penis crests the labia majora, minora, all that fun stuff in there, when it breaks the fucking the outer layer of the Sharpay, you've now given up. That's it. You're responsible for everything that happens after that, regardless of whether you wanted it or didn't want it. You're fucking around. You've started mixing the chemicals in the meth lab. No, yeah, after sex, women have all the power. Yep, but I don't know. I wouldn't use the word power. Now they have all the moral obligation. I'm just saying it the way I look into my mind. I can't explain it to you logically, and I apologize. But the mechanisms of how I see the mind work and what seems absolutely in the fairest sense to me is that there is a point that you physically have control over what you're doing in regards to making a baby. Your dick is hard. You're not commanded to ejaculate a load in someone. You make that effort to do that with those consequences. It's like driving a car into a wall. Buying a lotto ticket. You don't get to decide whether you win or lose after that. And so you do that. You play that game. And then at that point, the woman who's also played that game, she now has that responsibility. I'm not saying from any legal point. I'm just saying it's the algebra of it all. Excuse me. If you're removing the men's option, what do you mean? Oh, like if you're saying men don't have a say, then women shouldn't have a say either. They have to. You should outlaw. No, I don't think so. I don't believe in fairness like that. Let me give you an example. Another example, if I understand you, Jamie. But I'll give you two examples. The first was with the adults I used to work with over at CrossFit Inc. When I first started working there and I became the executive director of the media department there, chief marketing officer, whatever you want to call it, I decided I was going to, there was always like a little bit of like, we had cameras over there that people would use and you would check them out. And there was always be like, hey, are people not taking care of their cameras? Did someone not return it in time? I need it for this project. And there would always be a little friction. And I was like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking just suck it up and we're going to buy everyone a camera package, a fat camera package. What do you want? So there were like, let's say 6 or 7 senior director producers there who were going to get those camera packages. I'm going to buy each of you a package, one a month, so that it doesn't just a huge expenditure right away. We'll do one a month until everyone's satisfied. And people started saying it's not fair. How come Joe gets a package before Carl? How come Carl gets a package before Cindy? And instead of people being like, yeah, this is fucking awesome, people started fucking complaining that it wasn't fair. And my kids are like that. If I have like a piece of a Lara bar or something like that, and I'm like, okay, you guys can have this, and I hand it to them. Why does he get it? It's not fair. I hand them a little piece of chocolate, and they each look at each other's chocolate, and they start comparing it. It's not fair. His is bigger. Like, well, fuck you. Here, give me all that chocolate back. And they're sitting there crying because they got they're crying. Well, a second ago they had nothing and life was good. Now they have a piece of chocolate in their hand and they're crying. And then I turn into a complete idiot, like I'm trying to explain this to. I can't even explain it to 25-year-old, 35-year-old grown-ass men who are getting free fucking cameras. How the fuck am I going to explain it to a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old? Oh, I just picked a ball of wax out of my ear. Sorry. I kind of don't recognize myself on today's show right now. Do you remember that raw meat eating guy we had on? He was like eating the octopus. He's now done that for 200 days. We're going to have him back on. Kind of excited. I will not use names. No, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't remember. I just remember it was just silly. Shit just got weird and silly. It was like, oh, I read that. We talked about the Asian goggles, right? Because they got a different nose. They got a flat nose. So right here at the bridge, they got no bridge. So you got to have special goggles for them. That girl, she wasn't Asian, but Chris Ruglioski. She was the chick who won the High Rocks World Championships this year. She had no bridge in her nose. I think we talked about it there. Just kind of worked out nicely. Oh, what's this? Okay, I don't know what this is. Let's play this. This will be fun. When I play these Instagram clips, it's like a low rent version of Tosh.0, the show. And here we go.
So gas prices are at an all-time high. Inflation highest in 40 years. Stock market plummeting. Approval ratings in the tank. Food shortages. Baby formula shortages. Record crime. Record burglaries. Murders, shootings. Record overdoses. Rampant homelessness. Sky-high cost of living. Unbelievable censorship. Corruption in the highest halls of power. Record profits for the most corrupt corporations. Tens of billions of dollars sent to a corrupt country, getting us involved in a hot war with a nuclear power for the first time in history. Record crossings at the border. Sky-high national debt. The oldest president in history. The lowest approval for a VP in history. An unprecedented first-of-its-kind draft leak of a Supreme Court decision. Undefinable basic words. Identity confusion and indoctrination of the youth en masse. A ministry of truth. Destruction of the nuclear family, a rising threat from the east, and still so few paying attention, just like they want it. So gas prices are at an all-time high. Inflation high.
God, that's brutal. Oh my goodness, that's brutal. All right, I shouldn't have played that. It's too much. I just want to put my head in the sand. No, thank you. Wow. I don't like hating on the rich. I really don't. I really, really don't. Oh, this one was brutal. This one was brutal. Well, I'm beating you guys down. Here we go. Here we go. You were finished semis yesterday with all the wall balls. Did Murph today? You were in the semis? What region were you in? Or you just did the workouts? My goodness. You guys are nuts. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Matthew Cold. Yeah. That's coming up, right? Yeah, of course. I'm trying to get him on the show. Of course. He says all the same shit I say. Or I say all the same shit he says. His take on homelessness is crazy. He just walks around the streets. He's like, who out here is sober? The guy's like, sober? We're on fentanyl. Not a single person. And they want us to pay to build homes for drug addicts. No, let's get them off the drugs and they can build their own homes. I'd love a podcast with you too. You have a podcast? Man, you know I went on that podcast with Bowen Media, Carlos's podcast. I was watching UFC and probably like a drink or two in me, and I get this text, and it said that we're doing it. And somehow the word mayhem was in there, and I think that guy's affiliated with Mayhem. And Rich has been so nice to me that I wanted to like at a moment's notice be available for them. And they invited me on the podcast. I like the guy. I'm not going to hate. I'm going to hate. And I get on there and I click the button and it's Mr. Bone himself, Carlos. And then a lady who's like a bigwig over at the Mayhem Empire. Like she runs the media team for the last 2 years. Like former bodybuilder, done turned CrossFitter. Then another dude I didn't recognize. And then Ben Davidson was over there. And I've been like fucking with like Ben Davidson with Rich, you know, kind of like just like the way I do, like I told you, like the way I court people. Like I was poking fun of him, but like really like in a nice way. Like I liked him. I was just curious about him. He's their redheaded media guy over there. And he's also on one of the affiliate teams like Justice or Independence or something like that. He's on one of those teams that's going to the CrossFit Games. And I joked around that, hey, I need to get Ben Davidson on my show and ask him some questions. But anyway, I'm sitting down watching UFC, and these guys send me a link for their show, and I think it's a Mayhem show, and I go over there, and I click the link, and I go outside. I'm walking around with my drink, and the host, I don't know who the fuck the host was. Was it you, Carlos? You son of a... And he says, oh, I hear you have some questions for Ben Davidson. And I was like, this is exactly why I don't do podcasts. You called me to come on your podcast to ask questions to Ben Davidson? I was going to say something so crass. Not about them. It was going to be a metaphor. It would be like getting a prostitute and it's bad. I can't say it. Okay. But it just made me never want to do another podcast ever again. Call me up and make me carry the show. Carry my nuts. And I'm not even myself on other people's shows. I'm accountable and responsible for everything that happens to me. Share screen. Chrome tab. I hope this is the right one. Yes. Bam. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Here we go.
After getting their second COVID-19 vaccine, 2 teenage boys died in their sleep. Medical experts have been investigating what happened, and they've now released their report. An epidemiologist says it adds to a body of evidence that confirms Pfizer's vaccine can lead to death in children. And TD's Miguel Moreno reports.
To attend class in some parts of the country, kids need to be vaccinated against COVID-19. The federal government says they're safe, but gives them warning labels of what could lead to death.
This myocarditis warning that is out on Pfizer Moderna is very serious.
Epidemiologist Peter McCullough says this in light of a new report. Its authors investigated the cases of 2 teenage boys from different states. Both of them had received second doses of the Pfizer vaccine, only to die a few days later in their sleep. McCullough says that in his view, the study confirms that Pfizer's vaccines led to the deaths of the teenagers.
That's the conclusion now, and it's the conclusion of several reports in the peer-reviewed literature. This isn't the only one. So it's clear that our FDA warnings on these vaccines are valid and justified, and these reports indicate in some cases it's fatal.
The report was published by the College of American Pathologists, which is considered the largest organization of board-certified pathologists. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, known as the CDC, lists the myocarditis warning on its website for both Pfizer and Moderna's vaccines, but no mention that myocarditis could lead to death. We contacted the CDC, but we haven't heard back. Miguel Moreno, NTD News.
Just days after getting their second COVID-19 vaccine.
Okay.
2 teenage boys.
Let's talk about this just for one quick second. I'm told if I don't believe that the questions around abortion are the correct questions. People say stuff like, well, it's women's rights or is it a baby's life? These aren't the right questions to ask. Those questions are based on the fact of someone trying to like manipulate you. What are the right questions? I don't know. But you can't just take people's questions as face value if that's what the argument's about. So what I'm about to do and talking to you about the vaccine right here in regards to these 2 kids dying, I don't know if this is the right question to ask. And I'm not trying to bully you into thinking like this at all. At all. But I want you to think about this. Just the idea of it. And maybe I need to be slapped around and unfucked. Fine. I think it's pretty clear that 40% of the people who died are old people inside of nursing homes and care facilities. Do you know why those people are in there? Because they can't wipe their ass anymore. Because they did something, the vast majority of them, outside of how old they got, that incapacitated them to take care of themselves. And once they get in there, the average life expectancy of someone in a nursing home in the United States of America is 13.7 months. And 40% of COVID deaths are people inside of these types of care facilities. The other 60% of the people who've died from this disease, 59%, so we're at 99%, have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 comorbidities. All self-induced. What do I mean by self-induced? Lifestyle choices. Thank you. Obese. Lifestyle choices. You don't even have to be obese. You got COVID and you still drank 6 Mountain Dews a day, you're toast. Your NK cells and your T cells completely fucking shut down, unable to do their job. In a bloodstream full of fucking packed with fucking insulin and leptin and just fucking a mess. And then there's the 1%. There was some fucking poor soul, some kid, less than 1%, but born with fucking leukemia, or someone who happened to get fucking hit by a car and had their fucking trach smashed and was in the hospital and got COVID and couldn't fucking let their trach repair while they, I don't even know what a trach is, while they got COVID. Just a convergence of really unfortunate events. What's your point, Sevan? Those 99% of those people, was it worth saving their life that 2 fucking innocent, healthy boys had to die? I say no. Average age of death in Sweden, 80 years old. Average COVID death in Sweden, 82 years old. You're handing out fucking vaccines like they're fucking candy and 2 boys die to save these 82-year-olds? Go fuck yourself. You are murdering kids. That's what I think. I don't care if fucking 1 billion fucking, I don't care if 10% of the planet fucking dies, if they're fucking 80 years old and they've been drinking 6-pack of Coke every day, if these 2 boys have to die. I'm not doing the trade. I'm not doing the trade. I am not killing boys or girls. I'm not fucking killing kids. I'm never, ever going to support that shit. You're fucking nuts. And I don't care if you get the vaccine. Don't get it twisted. Vax away. But to enforce it, my buddy came from Australia and I know he had to get the vaccine. You're going to make Cara Saunders get the fucking vaccine to compete here? Fuck you, government. It's nuts. It is nuts. Hey, and here's the thing. Here's the thing too. Just the sheer numbers at this scale, even if the vaccine was perfect, some people are going to die because there's going to be a bad batch. There's going to be a batch that gets old. There's going to be a batch that gets like someone's pooping it. Like there's no way of successfully implementing this to save all of these fucking decrepit old people or people who are 30 years complicit in their demise that would make it so that some boys aren't going to die. Boys and girls aren't going to die. It's nuts. This is batshit crazy stuff. And you people in Australia and Canada and the United Kingdom who want to say anything about our gun rights, like you feel bad of what happened in Texas, fuck you. You guys are so fucking complicit in this fucking nightmare. It's because it's how you think that ended up causing all of these problems in your countries. And now you want to impose it on that type of fucked up thinking on our gun laws. It doesn't work that well. I want you to imagine looking at the world through a straw right here, like this, right? And that's all you see. That's how you think. You see a gun, you saw it killed someone, you're going back and forth, and you're like, okay, let's get rid of guns. Next, you're going to say, let's get rid of kids, or let's get rid of schools. How about that? You fucking brainiacs. You don't even know how to think. You don't think about where it came from upstream, and you don't think where it came from going downstream. Open up, buddy. Open up. Open up. Take a chill. Open up. I can't believe I did it. 78 minutes. That's how long. I'm doing this show in the same amount of time it took Hiller to do Murph today with the 100-pound vest. Hey, I think that's dumb. Should I call him? Let me call it. Let me just. Should we get Hiller on? Let's see if I can send him it's a good way to finish the show, right? Let's see. Let's see if he'll just come on. He's a good dude. Mr. Programming. Maybe should I see if I can get Brian on and we'll talk shit about his programming? Mr. Programming. What kind of friend am I? I'm going to send him a link. And then he comes on and I bomb him in front of all the live fans. Oh, he did it in 2018? That I saw wrong? Oh, he didn't do that today. Oh. See? I'm not real media. I didn't do my research. That's what happens when your guest doesn't show up. All right. I'm gonna have people really like the the comments from the Athena show were great. I know. I was wondering what was going on there. I was wondering what was his elbow, because I know he does talk. He does whine about his elbow a lot. And oh shit, I answered on the wrong phone. Can you call back?
Yes.
I answered on the wrong phone. Here we go. Andrew Hiller, you're live on the Sevan podcast.
Am I really?
You are.
What was that link for?
Because I was just gonna have you come on and ambush you. I was just talking crazy, but Bruce Wayne already came to your defense and kind of.
Well, what are you ambushing me about? What do we got?
I was like, this fucking guy talks shit about programming, and he fucking does He does a Murph with the 100-pound weight vest. That's fucking horrible.
Oh yeah, that was 4 years ago.
Yes.
Peak shape I was back then.
Yes. But I'm not real media. I don't do my research. So, but
what did Bruce Wayne say about it?
Him and him and Jamie Jaime. What's her name? I'm looking for her name. They basically told me, hey, dude, wrong year, 2018. Get your shit fixed.
What's so wrong about the year?
Well, if you did it this year, you're old and you got a busted up elbow. And just like you said, you did it 4 years ago when you were in peak shape. I was just going to say it's bad programming.
Oh, so you're saying that they unfucked you. You thought I did it this year. You didn't read the notes.
No. I read.
Are we really on the show right now?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay. See, I thought I missed I thought you were like, hey, man, we got a show in 4 minutes. And I was like, holy fuck, did I miss something?
Hey, no, but can't you tell we're on the show by kind of like the inflection of my voice and how excited I am? I don't like talk to you like this when we're like, if it was just me and you, I'd be like, hey, dude, what's up?
Yeah, it was a little bit different.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey.
I don't know. I thought maybe you were messing with me. I thought maybe this was a joke.
I'd be like,
what else are you talking about? What am I missing?
I'd be like, hey, dude, did you see that picture of Brian and Danielle Brandon? You'd be like, yeah. What do you know?
I totally saw that picture.
Yeah, and then I'd be like, dude, you think
I can't tell you what I can't tell you what I know on the show.
Oh shit. You know what sucks is my guest didn't show up today, and you know that we're trying to schedule 2 shows this week. That one with me and you and Justin Medeiros, and then the other one, the Hiller Fit YouTube channel review that I'm trying to do every week. And
yeah, see, I thought I missed that.
No, you
anyway,
didn't.
Sorry.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
My guest didn't show up, and so I'm just like fucking off for 82 minutes.
Who was the guest?
David Lucas. He's Homeboys. He's a big time comic.
Got it. All right, he's in the shit house. Anyway,
while we have you here, though, how was that 100-pound Murph? You did it in 78 minutes.
78 minutes, yeah. And I remember I just wanted to make sure that I didn't do anything under a shuffle on the runs. The pull-ups were done in all singles. The push-ups were done in like doubles at the absolute most. Then the squats were just slow, steady. The vest kind of got in the way on the squats because it was a big-ass vest.
That's pretty crazy. What was it like when you took the vest off?
It's actually so heavy where you got to use the pull-up rig to take it off. So you kind of throw it on a J-hook, the one shoulder, and you pinch your way out of it. There's really no other way to get it on or off.
Wow.
Yeah. Without the help of a couple of people.
That's it. I'm glad you said that. That's a good description. I was kind of wondering how you got it on and off. What I just thought of something. Someone said, "Where's the picture?" We should use that picture of Brian and Danielle that's floating around as the picture for this podcast.
and then it'll get 20,000 views.
Yeah.
And then somewhere in there you got to say you'll never guess what Andrew said about Brian Friend.
Oh, right.
And Danielle Brandon's picture on Instagram.
It's perfect. Oh, and Greg just texted me and said, let's go eat. Yeah, I'm hungry. Pudding Maggie.
And then that'll be the actual caption. Greg Glassman breaks news on Brian Friend.
Yes. I am hungry. Where is open? Where is open? That's not really good English. All right. Well, thank you for calling me. Thank you for making a special guest appearance on my little show.
Of course. I was actually in the middle of watching Top Gun, so I'm gonna go back and finish it.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Okay, bye.
I was like Alexis, I think I missed a fucking show. I gotta go.
You're a good dude.
All right, I'll talk to you, dude.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Breaks news or breaks wind? Yes, all here. Did you ever see that show where I put my butt up to the microphone and farted? No one ever said anything about that. I was kind of proud of that. Oh, look at you trying to get on with Hiller. Speak your mind, caller.
What's up, Sevan? It's Plumber.
Hey, Will, what's up, dude? Oh, thanks for your
Not
notes.
much.
Thanks for your notes this weekend. That was cool.
Dude, of course. I'm glad you got to use them.
I just stole your shit. Oh, so what do you think about blah blah blah? You guys are so good.
I heard a couple, and I'm like, okay, Sevan does not know who that person is. I loved it, though. No, I'm calling to brag about my mom. Since we're on the Murph topic today, she did her first. She grabbed a partner and did a Murph.
No shit. What did that look like?
So it's her and a partner. They did banded pull-ups and split the work. No vest, obviously, but there's a get-together at CrossFit Minnetonka to do Murph. So
Minnetonka? What is that? One of the islands, Samoan Islands?
Minnetonka. It's a city about 20 minutes northwest of Minneapolis.
Ah, okay. Not Samoa, not an island, not a Samoan island. All right. Well, thanks for calling in. I think I'm going to wrap up the show and go grab a bite to eat with my homeboy, my old boss, Mr. Glassman.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, dude. Thanks for calling. Ciao.
Yep.
I should put his phone number in my phone so I know it's him. Oh, Clive. Sorry, dude. I know I saw your comments on YouTube too. Jaime Latimer, Jamie Latimer, Kyle Landis says the pic was on Brian's IG, unless they're talking about the picture I'm unaware of. No, the one where they're laying down in bathing suits on that lawn chair. It was on his IG. No, I'm joking. They weren't laying down. Okay, who should I invite to lunch? I was thinking about changing I was thinking about getting a camera that would give me shallow depth of field for my podcast. And maybe changing my background. Have you guys noticed how many reels we're putting out? We have someone working on reels now for us. It's pretty cool. Oh, shit. Go. Okay, I know. I will. I might do Murph tonight. Oh, my goodness. Do you guys know who we have on tomorrow? Ooh, at 7 a.m. We got that monk that was on... We got that monk that was on Joe Rogan. Hey, lunch is calling. I love you guys. Peace.